Sunday. I think it'll be like.
Italian job complete. Arsenal 3, Inter Milan 1. Revenge from a footballing point of view can fuel you. You know, prior to this game, we went, in the last 4 games in against Italian teams on Italian soil. I think we've got 3 L's and a draw. So I'm happy that we've overcome that. Let's be honest, no pressure. Arsenal's in their bag. Obviously, I'm not saying, well, for me, I feel we've played well in the Premier League in certain moments. But whether it's deep blocks, low blocks, don't get twisted. Mikel Arteta this year, last year, and the year before, you need to find a way to mitigate against that. But because of how typically the European side set up against us or set up in general, it does provide more space, people. And no coincidence, we benefited from that. At this point in time, people, our best performances over 90 minutes, even though they haven't been perfect, have probably come in Europe. At this moment in time, our Champions League record is perfect, innit? And in terms of the performance, today it was sweet. Obviously, you got Bayern Munich, you got Atletico Madrid, and insert games here. Smash the like button, subscribe, and all of that. Obviously, we didn't do a watch-along. It's match reaction business. I was over there on TalkSport. Appreciate you lot, because you lot were dinging off my phone, and you're in my DMs, and I even see some messages in the chat. It's nice to know I did a good job. Big up Unks, American Gooner. You know, my Unks. Can't praise this individual enough, people. Yeah, I'm not like, you deserve your flowers. Big up DG. By far, you have the most knowledge of football on the Talk Sports set. Congratulations, there, you're far too kind, man. I give that to James, man, but I appreciate that. I'm proud of my boys, man. I'm proud of my boys. We'll get into how I feel. I've got my notes there, people. I want to make sure I don't want to miss anything. But Gyökeres, we're back. You need to tell me my second choice, maybe my third choice striker, owing to Gabriel Jesus, going on Sunday, bagged against Inter Milan at the San Siro, the holy grail of football. Gabriel Jesus at the double. Eze Sources, so unlucky not to score. Unfortunately, the worst thing I can say about the game is we conceded. Obviously, Mikel Merino and Declan Rice have been suspended. I hope it's dark arts. I don't know how it works in the knockouts if it gets rescinded, but them two won't be options, obviously, to play in the game. Is it next week or the week after? Whenever, against Kairat, people, which nice to know they're going to get rest. And we did make rotations. I think we made around seven changes. Before I get into all of that kind of stuff, smash the like button. Let me know your thoughts. Great from the whole team. Zubamendi, Gyökeres, Gabriel Jesus, Martinelli for that ball that started that initial phase of play. Christian Mascara bossed it today. Saliba on the ball. I'm proud of you. Timber, you're a bit booky in the final third, but the miss shot happened, and Jesus at the right place at the right time, and all those kind of good things. I think Trossard had a good game as well, but the collective did me proud, man. You did your thing. It's been a perfect Champions League campaign. Obviously, the league settings, it is what it is. In the knockouts, we'll deal with whatever comes, people. And it's a big week. We have to be cute and clever with who plays where. We all know we've got Manchester United on Sunday. All focus can switch to that, people. But we'll get into all of that in a minute, people. But yeah, man, big up yourselves. Get your post-match thoughts in. Bro, why is it saying you're going live in 4 hours? Do you lot read the respect? Big up James, but are you guys seeing the title? It says post-match reaction, bro. Please, man. As Lynch said, and I hope you all did this, and big up to you, look. I think we had 17 likes, so big up you lot, man. Whenever I feel forgotten, you lot are there. Smash the likes and come back after the game. Tom, I was on TalkSport, as Karma has so nicely, eloquently put there. And obviously, I can't see the comments, but I hope you were there supporting the thing, man. So yeah, man. No low block. Arsenal are looking great. We got to find a way to look great with low blocks. Like, we've got to find a way, because we can stink out the gap. We've shown it. People, a lot of things that Arsenal Football Club, even though we ain't won no trophies, they mocked us for set pieces. They mock us for being defensively sound. Everybody's copying it now. We need to find a way to mitigate against that. Based off last season, we came into this year knowing about low blocks, knowing that it wasn't as white and black as you just slap new attackers on the pitch and everything's gravy. But that's all for tomorrow, man. Don't bread Gyökeres now, Don't bread. Scored in the League Cup semi-finals, our most important game of the season today. Bagged at the Holy Grail at San Siro. Gabriel Jesus was moving like R9, who used to play for Inter and whatnot, man. I definitely didn't do that. No other God, we were fantastic. Okay, so when we look fantastic with him, what? Saka being greedy yet again. I'm not going to lie, yeah. If I'm really micromanaging, the second Bukayo Saka chance, I think the ball played into him was the poor one. there was definitely, because I said it on talks, but there was definitely, and James disagreed, big him up. There was definitely an opportunity in the first half here where you are entitled to shoot. It did open up to shoot, but he had an option on the right. I'm saying play Trossard in, play Trossard in. He didn't do that. Big up everybody, man. A man says stop loving players. DG, love the club. Andy, I love you. We go to war, but don't you fucking tell me what I can and can't do, and don't you ever dare in your fucking life question if I love this football club. Because way before I was here on YouTube, I've told you, man, about depression and all these things. Being at the Emirates was the only time I felt sane. Watching my team is the only thing I felt sane. That I've gone through a lot of stuff in my life. I ain't ever snaked this football club. Nobody, me, you, fans, the real star is the club. If I like individuals, so what? This is what football's about. There's some individuals we like, we don't like. It's none of that. I love every footballer that plays for my football club, and I definitely love my club way beyond all of that. So please stop the nonsense. And I'm not being funny. We just beat Inter Milan. That man are doing nonsense. Allow me, man. Anyways, bro, like, don't take me for a dickhead. I can't lie to you, but I'm so nice to all of you lot, and the passion's coming out. But please, respect. Don't you ever question my integrity in this thing. And in fact, you can. I don't give a flying monkeys. But anyways, man, got that out of the system. Let's move on. Riley, one love, man. Jesus is still our best striker. I can't lie, I've been on Jesus. I feel initially when he came back from injury, there was a couple of good games. I've definitely been vexing his cameos, like the last 3-4, maybe 4 is an exaggeration, but definitely Portsmouth, definitely Nottingham Forest. I'm missing out a game. I think he's been woeful. Today, you was on stuff. The very fact that he's in the right place at the right time. Nice to look decent going forward. Nice to score from open play. Obviously, it's nice to be corner boys in the building. And as I said on TalkSport, and as I'm going to say here, yeah, one of the most difficult things in football is to watch, obviously, mark whether you're zone or whatever, but it's obviously to watch the ball, watch whatever you're meant to be doing. If you're man marking, be in control of your zone. But the most difficult thing is the second ball. It's the second ball. Until teams sussed out how to kind of predict the second ball or mitigate against that, we're in cash money. And it's not just this year, like we've been doing this set piece thing for a while, people, and we've been evolving. I knew the goals would come for Gyökeres. You know what? If I'm asked, should I have a second, like I didn't say it on TalkSport, but there was opportunity. The second one, when he blasted it, it looked like a rugby try. I understand it because he might have been feeling himself. He's been gassed. And I like that because I do feel them kind of games there, when there's space, that's your bread and butter, Gyökeres. And we all know that, people. So nice to see Jesus get 2. Nice to obviously see Gyökeres come off the bench. You can see what it flipping meant to his teammates, let alone himself. Obviously, people have been on him. A lot of it's warranted. A lot of it is going over the top. You get where we're going, people. So, yeah, man, I behave yourself, Rashid. Behave yourself. Big up you lot. 20 goals scored, 2 conceded, roll on the knockout stage. That has to go into the knockouts when it really matters, really and truly. Not that this don't matter, because this is where, and there's definitely been numerous times where Arteta evidently could rest players. But you see, when the Champions League is flowing and we've got X amount of games and you lot are like, oh, let's rest this one. No, this is why you take this thing seriously, because now we can relax. You all saw what happened to City. Hopefully they have to play one of those extra kind of games to get through to the next round and whatnot. Make sure you're subscribing to Romario, aka Rums. Make sure you're following this channel, man. My guy, I told you the boy Gyökeres will come good, brother. We need more, innit? You've scored against Chelsea, you scored against Inter. I'll do the scumbag thing, as you saw me on TalkSport. He's our third choice striker. He's dealing with a lot of pressure. It is what it is, man. If you get a yellow last game, you miss 16 rounds. Dark arts, indeed. Yeah. Arteta learned from Jose. Yeah. I'm on that. And just for resting, it's nice to see Rice. You have to, obviously, he came off the bench, made 7 changes, but you have to sit down. You have to sit down now and save your legs. Attention goes to Man United. In fact, people, keep your thoughts coming. We might as well just don't mock my handwriting, but I don't know if they show it on TalkSport, but you can see me writing a lot of the time. As I said, people, I have to big up the whole team. It was nice to see seeing Eze on the left. Obviously, you had Merino, I think, did decent as well on the right. Once again, big up Christian Mosquera, big up Marsley. You don't see where Marsley was Skelly barge that you. Hey, my guy. Mosquera, I can't talk up that performance enough. I'll be so real, man. Mosquera, I was proud of you. Part of me thought, do you go Saliba on the left and put Mosquera on his favorite side? But I understand if you're not going to start Gabriel Magalhaes, it's going to kind of affect the build-up play, And another thing, to kind of go back to stuff, I don't want to hear no other fans crying about injuries. Football fans, like purist football fans, we know injuries can play a part, but boy, we had to get on with it. When there's talk around a lot of other traditional top six sides, oh my god, there's injuries, there's this and that. Fair enough, they've got over the line, so you might give them a bit of leash and leeway. But I don't want to hear nothing about that. I think we started very well. I think we pressed aggressively. Obviously, we had a chance early doors as well, literally in the first couple of minutes. People, we attacked with intent. I like, Zuba Mendy. I think you look very good, and we deserved our goal. There were several players involved, man. Like what Timber's shot, Jesus obviously put it in. The Zuba Mendy's, the MLS's, the Marinos. It's a good team phase of play. So if I said a guy's name, don't feel left out. I do think we started well, and going into the game, obviously it's literally first versus first in the domestic leagues. They're first in the Italian league. We're first, obviously, in the Premier League. I think the last time they actually lost in any competition prior to today, I think don't quote me, I think it was in the league, the Italian Cup against Bologna or something. Other than that, they've near enough been perfect. We know they've got a new manager now, but they were the finalists. And while I don't think any game in the Champions League is a free hit, much less Inter Milan. I know they're not well, I'm only 30. I know they're not the Inter Milan like when I was growing up, but I don't think you can have that mentality going to the San Siro, playing a team of that caliber. And also, it might not have looked it in the game, but remember, like they kind of like now they have to beat Dortmund, who got smoked by Spurs. Really, now they have to beat Dortmund in their last game. So while we're through, kind of regardless of what happened, they weren't. And I think we started well. I think we was aggressive. I think we dominated proceedings. Obviously, football's a trade-off. When you're attacking and being like that, you are going to leave spaces. And we were punished early doors, innit? Like, I'll have to watch the goal again. There's probably things we could do better. Felt sorry for Christian Mosquera for the only goal they scored, because I actually think he put in a great tackle and whatnot. Maybe several players could have done better. It was a good finish. It is what it is. It's 1-1. It was a bit of a shock to the system, but I don't think we dropped. I think we kept going. We kept pressing. Inter did break a lot of the attacks. I can't lie. I thought Barella was going to be on stuff more. Zubamendi was sourcing. Never forget that. So yeah, I do think we started well. Like, even though we conceded, probably the first 10 minutes was all us. I still think beyond that passage, we were the dominant side, but there was a lot of space, and there was a couple of moments that we weren't punished by Inter Milan. And that's going to happen playing in the Champions League. I don't know why. Wait, let me check the mic. I don't know what happened there. That's weird. But yeah, technical difficulties. Are we back? Let me check myself. 1 2 1 2 3 4. DG. We're back again, people. Like, the corner, man. I want to see because I'm pretty sure if my mind isn't playing tricks on me, I think I was happy about the phase that led to it. Obviously, we put a ball in. Credit to Trossard for keeping it alive. Let's pull it back in. You buy a raffle ticket, you're going to win the lottery. And I know Gyökeres scored, but you see them kind of things there. Just be in those areas, man. And I don't know which finished I like better. I mean, I did like, it's probably Jesus' first one, innit? But the second, you're just in the right area. When you're just in the right area for something to happen. And I'm sorry, but I'm only 30. I've grown up with Italian football, specifically the defensive aspect, being like the university, the holy grail of defensive football. You're not following your men. It's 2 versus 1. You're looking for offsides when there's not offsides. That's your business, though. So yeah, we've gone 2-1 up. My thoughts at halftime are, their space. The spaces are the only thing scaring me, because obviously Inter can counter, but that's a byproduct of me being happy with how we're going forward. Big up Eze. I think you played very well. Probably unlucky not to get 90 minutes. Who would have thought you play someone centrally that probably you get the best out of them? But it kind of is what it is in that regards, man. And I'm happy for Jesus. He's at the double. He was obviously doing the press conference before the game. I don't know about staying beyond next season, people. You're on 260 grand a week. We can reinvest that, but you are contracted until 2027. So yeah, man. I did expect a bit more from Inter. Apart from the only criticism was probably the goal. I think Saliba looked good on the ball. Big up the whole team collectively. If I'm completely honest with you, man. Obviously, the second half, Rice and Zubimendi obviously got suspended. Saka needs to take those chances or just have better decision making. Even though I think you started the game well, ultimately it's Italian job done. Main things for me is my attackers. Any goals you lot can get, any confidence you lot can get, anything that kickstarts a purple patch until I see like a duration of form, because I think Trossard's been the only one that showed me that. I'm all for that. Lovely for Jesus to get his 2 goals, and he is the man of the match, even though I think Mascara probably, if I remove the bias towards attackers, I give it Mascara. I think Zubamendi sourced. I think every player stood up to be counted. I'm more happy, not happier for Hayes, not happier for Gyökeres over Jesus, but I'm happier for Gyökeres because you come off the bench. There's a lot more scrutiny on your thing. We're kind of accepting of where Gabriel Jesus is, and well, some of us, because a few weeks ago it was we got to start him, probably because of Gyökeres struggling, and it was a great finish. Let's not talk down that finish. Martinelli, big up yourself for the. You're not going to get the assist, but the initial phase of play that led to it, and also what I liked about Gyökeres' goal is obviously he's trying to score, but he's actually initially it felt like he's actually trying to bring Saka or a teammate in. He's actually trying to use his common sense, people. But when the opportunity presented itself, he bagged in it. So other than that, I'm a happy man. Like it's not the end of the Champions League, but it feels like the last game we've played in the champ. So play all the kids. Obviously, Wanyeri's gonna go Marseille, but I don't even know what we're gonna do for next week. But yeah, just play all the just shit. Can we see Miles Lewis Kelly in midfield? Surely, because you ain't got what you ain't got Marino. He ain't got Rice. Zubamendi, that means you're not getting the day off. Surely it could, surely you could, boy. Surely it could be, it probably be Zubamendi, Odegaard, and Eze either side. But surely there's an opportunity to play Miles Lewis Kelly. But who knows? Bro kept come out of an injury and showed the defensive team how to defend until Espotio came out. I can't pronounce his name, but yeah, that is he young? Because there's a lot of Italian players called Espotio. I can't say his name, but you get the point. He had a couple half chances, you're right, but get out of there, man. Disappointed not to keep a clean sheet. Think we could have maybe conceded at least one more. Probably unfortunate that we didn't score a couple, but I like that performance. Take the positives and make it better. Any evident areas of improvement, do what needs to be done. Enjoy tonight. Come back to London. Obviously, nobody wants to lose a London derby against Man Divided, innit? So I make, where's the comments gone? William, I'm with you. William, I'm with you. I want to see a performance like that against United. It's all or nothing. Hit the like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss streams and uploads. Big up the Twitch gang. Make sure you subscribe with Amazon Prime as well. The only negative would be Eze. You reckon? Nah, I think Eze was good today. Not amazing, but I think you did well. I think you could have scored. I think early doors, I remember you getting caught lacking in possession. I don't think anyone was bad out there, man. I don't think anyone was bad out there. Slightly, my man of the match is Mascara, but the focus is on Jesus. Obviously, Gyökeres off the bench. Martinelli, I don't know what comes over you in the Champions League because that ball that you played in behind, bro, when have you last done that, man? I don't know. I don't know what needs to happen, but something needs to happen to get that consistency out of him. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. DG, well done for not back at your top. We've come a long way. On Nas TV, you're going mad. We hit 72k. I'll go with 75k next. If you haven't subscribed, do so. Rob, you're far too kind. Big up the members, the mods, and the long-term supporters, man. Yeah, man. Espotio was a lot for Mascara to handle. Hopefully, he learns from this game. I hear it, and obviously he's young and that, and all of those kind of things. Yeah, but I do think like the man of my knackered. Like he ain't played for time. Like he's probably a bit knackered and. That's a positive as well. He's come back from injury. He got some minutes in the legs. I'm not even going to do I hope everybody stays fit. Naturally, we hope everybody stays fit, but such is life. Couple players come back and then other people get injured. It is what it is, man. So, yeah, I'm going to give it benefit of doubt. Let's just say Saka's playing like he's desperate to score. It's affecting him massively. We see it all the time. 1,000,000%. All of these attacking players has got to be on them, man. But what can I tell Bukayo Saka? But I would say just improve your decision making. Just calm down. The goals will come, bro. The goals will come. Gyökeres might be suited to being the finisher. How many? Fair enough. He scored today. Fair enough. I definitely said it against Nottingham Forest. He scored against Chelsea. Big him up. But I do think we did the playing Gyökeres into form thing. A part of me was now thinking, yo, bench him. Do your little Marino, Kai Havertz, Gabriel Jesus thing. When there starts to be space, bring on the bulldozer, man. I know he doesn't want that, but at this moment in time, we just got to box cleverly. It's a great night for Gabriel Jesus. Lovely to see Gyökeres score. We know what Kai can do. And we know what Marino can do. They've all got their pros. They've all got their cons. We've got probably about 3-4 strikers. There's no one we can really bet on for 20, 25, 30, 38 games. We're at. So let's just box smart. If Jesus gets through a little purple patch, you're the guy for now. Or Gyökeres, or Marino, or Kai. You get where I'm going, man. So, yeah. 91st minute, Deckers clocked. He needed a booking. Boy, big him up, man. And maybe after seeing us lift trophies in the past, seeing us so close, maybe I need to relax a bit being so critical. Uncomfortable convos with Saka game. He needs to change his game, become more of a central player. Is he demanded to go there, though, man? Is he? Brother, when you lot are able to tell me how Martinelli pulled off that pass, I would love to know, really. I would love to know, man. DJ, I can't lie. I don't want to be that guy, but that right side looked spacious today without a certain someone. Who? Oh, you talking about Odegaard. Well, to be fair, you can't get it. Anything with the right side. It's Marino. Marino was, I actually think he was right. Marino was the right side. Eze's the left. That's his business, isn't it? Now we know. Actually, you don't know in the preview. I said I was gonna start Marino up front purely because they're playing a back five. There's overload centrally. We know about their wing backs. To be fair, I'm gonna watch the game again, but I wouldn't say I'm disappointed because I don't support Inter, but I thought, oh, you know what? Definitely their left hand side, the mark on that. I thought, oh, there's good, they're gonna drag our, they're gonna drag our midfielders out wide to try and help. We're gonna see a bit more, really, if I'm honest. But boy, I'm a happy lad, man. Solid performance against Munich and now Inter. But this is why it needs to end in some silverware because respectfully to the players and Mikel Arteta, you lot have shown me you can compete. And this, let's just be honest. I don't care if you're Mikel Arteta in, out. That's your business, innit? We have Carlo, Pep, company at this moment, Luis Enrique. Whether we've won, lost, or drawn, we've shown we can compete with the biggest and baddest and hang with them. And we pulled off some results. Inter, Bayern, Real Madrid. The list goes on. Atletico Madrid. The list goes on. It's now about, can we do that in the knockout stages when it matters? Can we pull things like that out when it's all going wrong? Because it does feel like too many things have to be set up for us to get into to really win the Champions League. Really, like, we're more likely to win the Prem beyond the obvious than the champs. I do think you need an element of luck, but I do think it also comes down to competencies and players with a bit of magic. And respectfully, we're not exactly littered with that, if that makes sense. So yeah, man, it's a good day out. Clock it, shake the Nottingham Forest stuff out the system. None of it means anything tomorrow. You know what you need to do when you welcome them lot to the Emirates and so on and so forth this season, man. Inter couldn't handle us. Didn't get their game plan right. I'm happy, of course, but I did think there was, and they weren't bad, let's be real, but I thought they were going to offer a bit more. You look, no more. He's waffling about Barella. Thought Mkhitaryan might come off the bench and do something, the fullbacks, etc. Flattered to deceive. Lautaro Martinez, I never saw you. Is that the lad that everybody, including myself, once upon a time wanted? The only time I saw him when he shamelessly tried to ask for a pen. I hear it. The game's the game. But I lie that, man. I think moving forward, we may have a problem keeping Mascara happy playing a bit part. That lad looks solid. What a headache to have as a manager. These are the headaches you want. Mascara right back shifts. Clock it, man. Clock it. Esposito come to the red carpet. I wish the Prem was that open with walk the league. But I hear it, but he's not, man. We're going to have to find a way. Obviously, it's easy for me as an armchair expert to say it, but I don't get 50 million a year. I haven't fought for, like, managed a team that's not got over the line, but fought for a title, had all these great statistics out, some great days out, both in the Champions League against some of the greatest teams and greatest managers, and obviously in the Premier as well. But the one thing I would say, no two seasons are alike. Any questions that we have around attacking, it alters slightly because there's new players and different dynamics. But we had those questions last season, maybe even the season before that. Low block, mid block, deep block, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, we've had that. And I know it's easier said than done. I know we've obviously broken those things at times, but we need to find a consistent way, because logically, it's a bit like when we defend well. Why would you want to set up to favor another team? Obviously, there's times you've got to be brave and all those kind of things. And even that, I do think a lot of in the knockout stages will come down to the gaffer, because I do think there's this element of dying on his sword. But even though I did feel that against PSG, and obviously the dynamics were different, but I did feel in the semi-finals last year in that we never really gambled, like, fuck it, we're going out now. Like, sometimes, and I think you see that in the Prem with the gaffer. Sometimes that's what I think he needs to learn. And I think forget Arsenal. You as a manager needs to learn that, because as a manager, you're learning every day. I've seen Pep Guardiola. He's won everything, bullied everything. Obviously, Haaland's an anomaly, but Haaland's not a him striker per se. He's reworked the system. He's going to have to rework stuff now. And it's unfortunate them Spuds Utes won. But did you not see the City game? My word. They can never tell me, even though O'Reilly had that little cute bit of skill, you can never gas him to me. They're fragile defensively, and I don't want to hear about injuries as much of a factor it is. Your first attacker is your goalie. Your first defender is your striker. Everybody's highlighting City's defense. Obviously, if you're the opponent, you've got to go from one end to the other. Big up Bodo Glint as well. Them man, they were bopping. I can't lie, they were bopping. They were playing, because he was obviously watching it before. Well, half when we went live, but was watching bopping ball, man. Big up DJ. I keep telling man that Jesus is the glue in our attack as he's a live wire. I love the battle for the 9th spot between Gyökeres, Havertz, and Jesus. I wish we never had a battle. I wish we had a hierarchy. I need someone to grab that spot. Grab that. I know it's a team game and that. Gyökeres, respectful competition. Gyökeres, do you think you're a better striker than Jesus, Havertz, Marino, whoever? Jesus, do you think you're better than him for the system, as you said? Havertz, man, fight. We're not here to make friends. We're here to win things, man. The collective comes first, but do your thing. Mascara did well, but when they went 4-4-2, it was rough for him. Big Brother came on and shut down Espotio. Decent talent. Yeah, exactly. And that's what we need, man. That's what we need. Good points. Good points on the change. Good points on the changes. Good points on the changes. Skelly looked better today. Eze played good. I like how we attacked the game from the first whistle too. And why is that? Is it because I don't want to say there's no pressure, because there's always pressure. There's thousands of people in the stadium, millions around the world. These are the people can say what they want. Yeah, to us, we're thinking, oh, you know what, Inter, it's not really that deep. We're through already. Remember, a career is short, bro. Like, I'm only 30, and these players are younger than man. Them I know San Siro is a dream to play at. These are the nights you wanted to work for. Some of you lot, the wounds are there. Like you lot, very, very rarely hear me say Arsenal were unlucky. One game I think was unlucky was Inter last year. Dodgy penalty. Obviously, there's things we could have done better. So I hope that beyond that, there's several reasons to look at before that, but I hope that was gassing them a bit. Good day at the office, man. Oh, you think I'm the... Oh, you lot can never make me give up on Miles Lewis-Skelly. Of course, we all got biases. 49, Lewis-Skelly. The man remembered, man. He remembered. Remember, he's like, right, slow down. 1 year he's going on loan. It's getting real still. Let me pattern up again. Like, it's calm, man. Despite how Saka played, DJ, I still think he should start on Sunday. Brother, I'm getting to the point. Big up Nonny here, and you're live wire in some regards. Bro, if the Max Downman's not going right wing and we know he's young, brother, it's Saka's spot. I need Saka to start scoring some goals, though, man. Eze was late in the box a few times. Difficult for Eze to come into that game after barely touching grass for 4 games. I genuinely think Eze, for someone that, yeah, like you said, ain't really been doing his thing, I think he did all right. I think he was very unlucky not to score as well, man. DG, we played better without Odegaard again. Well, Odegaard, fix up your things. Fix up your things. The one thing I would say is, I do think if Odegaard starts and not Eze, like, the same thing happens, and maybe we're not saying that, innit? But this is how football works. 1 minute, there's different heroes and protagonists. Let's be honest. There's a lot of hot and cold players in our team. Even the players that are normally hot, Saka, he ain't really been doing it. Like, the only ones that I really have seen evidence of a long period of consistent high-level performances is historically the Timbers, the Magalhães, the Salibas, the Declan Rices, the Bakayos, couple other men I might be missing out. You got them. Then you got players that are very consistent, not quite there. And then you got the purple patch players. I don't want to be disrespectful to Trossard, because this year, I wouldn't say it's for me, I've been singing your praises too long this season for me to say it's a purple patch. But last season, we played Martinelli for 5 games. We've had enough. Trossard, we played Trossard for 5 games. We've had enough. It's weird because we will score goals, but you just don't know who's going to get them. And I feel every year beyond, well, to be fair, including that, when Odegaard, Martinelli, and Saka bagged, we've been saying this, innit? So these are the things that are stopping us from, and other stuff, from going from being a good side to a great side. For me, that pitch was slippery as fuck. Mans were ice skating tonight. To be fair, you saw a lot of players falling, man. Saw a lot of people falling. Not a lot of sideways passing in the middle. Only bad thing for me, we stink on build-up. We don't build up on the left. That limits us in ball rotate. Thank you, because that is what I've been saying. That's a double whammy on, like, Miles Lewis-Skelly. Calafiori ain't put a foot wrong. Hincapie's come in. All those kind of things. But we're not really inverting consistently from that left-hand side. And when we did, we probably more exaggerated with Timber. I'm happy to see the Timber thing kind of dead on the left-hand side for today. I'm not going to lie. Timber, you're looking a bit sneaky in the final third today. It was Bandili, but it worked. But you're looking a bit sneaky. I can't lie. Gyökeres looked so happy when he scored. Yeah, man, and that's what we need, bro. But don't, like, yeah. Let's leave it at that, man. Facts, these wins can't be in vain. Mature performance in Europe. Everyone can chip in with goals, and that can only be a good thing. That's true. But when the pressure cooker's on, who do you rely on? Not in Forest, and it's not just this, but Forest comes to mind. Liverpool comes to mind. Even though we were pressing, doing madness, City at home comes to mind. I'm not saying we're hiding behind it. Of course, set pieces, purple patches, quote unquote, the goals are being spreaded around. But that's when you look at it from all comps. When you start looking at the Premier League, what number of goals has each player scored? When did those goals come? And, like, Did you if you got 4 goals, did you score 4 goals did you score 4 games in a row and you ain't scored ever since? In Eze's case, did you bag a hat trick? And obviously, whether you've been playing or not, expectations adjusted. When you start really looking at it, because that's the way I look at it. I know we're good, but when things are going left, because there's going to be games, there's been games like that in the Prem, there's going to be games like that in the Champs. That's how you win things, bro. Remember the Invincibles had 12 draws. You can't win a league with 12 draws now, but 12 draws. So everything didn't go well. There's going to be times we're going to be stinking out the gaff. We're losing 1-0, 90th minute. Someone just grab us a point. Or it's 1-1. We've been crap. Someone bandulu it 2-1. Again, there's other factors, behind it. But think that last minute Magalhaes chance where him and Jesus are trying to fight for the header at the Emirates, or Timber and Gyökeres at the Stamford Bridge. We could be waffling about all these things. But I'm sure even Aston Villa away, we had a couple chances. You get the point. There's been times where we could have nicked it. That's what I mean by I need players or attackers with inevitability. These wins can't be in vain, man. Can't be in vain. When it matters is when it matters. No dumb fries. But hey, as a Chelsea fan, I'm absolutely fine with Arsenal winning the league, but definitely not champs. Man, Juju, big up yourself because you're always here, man. Who asked you, man? Who asked you, fam? Me, Arsenal fans, stay humble. We didn't ask you nothing. We never asked you nothing. You used to, hey, boy, don't the world better not F up and make my team win the champs. They better not F up and make us win the Prem, but if me, Arsenal win the Champions League, everyone's invited to my baby shower 9 months from that day, man. Because it's Champions League, we got a lot of fouls. We never get in the Prem. Good amount of space. Pretty good result. You're just not going to restrict big teams from a chance. Rest enough players last game. Yeah. You don't know me. I always fight you lot with the whole resting comment, bro. I absolutely rest. Maybe even I can't lie, right? I don't need no rest, man. You're a goalie. But if you want to play Kepa, cool. I can never. Well, to be fair, respectfully to you, Kepa, and you have won the champs, but if you're not going to play against Kyrat, I ain't trying to see you in the champs, if I'm honest. Unless we're doing some bookie, it's extra times going to penalties. You statistically might even be a better penalty shot stopper. Then, Raya, you come on and do a madness. Only that nonsense, man. Yeah. Crazy how we scammed Zubi Mascara from Barca Madrid's league. I'm not going to lie to you. Berta's not going to be at Arsenal. You can't... 13, 14, 15 million for Mascara. That's right up there with when Juventus got relegated, the City plus charges. You're going jail, bro. That is fraud. How have you zanged them like that? How Valencia allowed that for them to happen? Crazy works, but happy to see we benefit, man. So yeah, man said, DG buddy, why you see selfish Saka sky the ball instead of assisting Gyökeres? Well, decision making needs to be better, but bro. All you strikers be selfish. All you attacking players be selfish. If you be selfish and it works, who cares? Bro, we won. We done what we needed to do. I'm not doing all of that, if I'm honest. Bolo Glint is hard work. We beat them 1-0, struggle on the plastic pitch. Why the hell was Rodri playing on a planting pitch? Even him, to get that second yellow was childish, man. City's jaw got spun. Social services better watch Pep. Red scratches on the return. This guy's a bad man. Jesus brace, defo helped. Gyökeres step up. Can we run up the likes, people, please? Michael, you're always here. Appreciate you, man. To be honest, I love Jesus, but I want him on the wing, and I want a non-selfish Saka on the wing. Jesus left wing. If Trossard's form wasn't out of this world's an exaggeration, but if he wasn't doing what he's doing, you don't know. I've been screaming. Gyökeres up front, Jesus left wing, Saka on the right, and a couple of other combinations. I loved Abby's face when Gyökeres go, bro. I was defending him. Because you see me, when we come over here, we're the family. We can be honest about Gyökeres. When we're over there, the honesty needs to calm down a bit. We have to be a bit more diplomatic. I was thinking, they got me by the ropes, James is big up James, but he's snaking it. I'm all trying to sell James about the system, and Kai Havertz is number one, and Gyökeres is our second choice striker. James, big up James, but he's there going, and he's not. Thinking, fuck, I'm on my own here. Big up James, because I think I love being on the streets with James, man. I was thinking, what's going on here? I don't do this. I see Martinelli put the ball in. Still, I'm not thinking nothing about Gyökeres. I see Martinelli. I'm like, okay. Because at this point, the game's kind of open. I'm thinking, all right, I'm seeing Gyökeres. Gyökeres is taking his time. I'm seeing Gyökeres. Look up. He's trying to bring people in. That's why you see what happens when you're not selfish and you're a real brother. Things happen. He's not even trying to score like that. And then I saw the finish. I was like, no, this is perfect, lad. This is perfect, lad. Like, Gyökeres, man. I ain't giving up on you. If you're not the guy, there's a squad role for you here, and a couple other men can get shipped out. Berta, I've seen your track record when it comes to strikers. I see some rumors about Atletico Madrid They want to what's it? Julian Alvarez wants to leave. There's interest from Italian teams, Spanish teams, probably only Barca. Don't really think Real Madrid and English teams. That just screams Chelsea to me. But yeah, man, bring him. Saka not holding no bench, bro. Like, I am not benching Saka against Man United. What diplomatic? Remember Saka had the knock. The gaffer said against Nottingham Forest. Lie, man. You don't eat your words, man. Maybe the answer for Odegaard is not to have the burden of being captain. Andy, I hear that. Yeah, for me, I'm past this whole captain's thing. Odegaard would not be the captain for me if I was in the team, but I understand he might have some leadership qualities that I don't evidently see as an armchair expert. But at the same time, I do think I look at Odegaard how we should have looked at Ozil, how Jose did in that when the game's right, you do your sourcing thing. When it's trenches, come off the pitch sort of thing. But the one thing I would say against that is nobody really cares about the armband, man. Like nobody at Emirates era ain't this serious. Nobody really cares. They just care about the performance. And if we go back to Gyökeres ain't wearing the armband. He's being killed. Fair enough, Saka wears the armband like today. People have something to say. My point being, people are always going to have something to say. I think there's many things Odegaard can do. I don't think there's no magical powers that get activated when you put on the armband or when it comes off. Like people say, give it Gabriel and Rice. And I hear that. They would, if they all signed today and we was picking a captain, we'd all vote for him. But what are they going to do with that armband that they don't do already? I'm more interested in Odegaard. You're definitely not Ozil, but I've seen Ozil run a game, show a lot of personality. I understand the way what the gaffer makes you do, and low blocks and all of that sort of stuff. You get frustrated, but I do think you play too safe. And they don't get twisted. There's times we need to hold on the ball. Yeah, give me the ball. Little 1-2s, go backwards. I need to see you start running the game. I need more of a goal threat. I need GA as well. Like, I'm not the stats guys, but I need that. I need more. Need more from everyone. When you break down our midfield, our defense, and our attackers, the attackers, and you lot are probably on the biggest P's at the club. You lot are not you lot haven't pulled your weight enough statistically this season. And I'm looking at the gaffer because at the end of the day, you're the one platforming these guys. You're the one that brought these guys in. I'm kind of past. I'll always audit the performance, hold people accountable, whether that's the manager or the players, for what I believe in it in my own little world. But I can't get vexed at Martinelli's decision making. I can't really get vexed for argument's sake, even though his form's been good. If Martinelli, Trossard, this one, that one, they go through purple patches. Madueke, there's a lot that frustrates me, but there's a lot I like about you. The one thing that we know you needed to add to your game was goals. You've brought him. You need to make this work. I don't want to hear about if Gyökeres was the first choice or whatever. Every Arsenal fan knows no player is coming here unless Arteta is saying, yo, do it. So there was qualities that everybody signed off on. Sometimes it doesn't work. I'm not comparing Gyökeres to Darwin Núñez by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm sure Liverpool had higher expectations on the guy. The guy's come in, it ain't banged. They've made him a little squad kind of player, found a little role for him, and kept it moving. And obviously sold him, but you get the point. I'll never complain about the squad because we asked for these problems. I want these headaches. Tell them again, man. I don't ever want to see Timber left, but there's games for it, but I'm not on it, bro. I'm not on it unprovoked. The only time I'm on it, if it's just trenches time, I'm on it, but I'm not really down for it, man. City slipping big time. Pep needs a break. It's because it's all reversed for him on the left. He's still generational. Big up yourself. Big up 876, man. Should Kairat both to show up at the Emirates next week? Not sure what you're saying there, my boy, but big up yourself. We just had to win and get out of there. It's not our home ground. We were never going to have a masterclass and limit Inter. I think we went well, man. I think we 60% bossed it. Give them their little 40, and there's no shame in that. They're top of their league. I think they ain't lost since November in the league. They're the Champions League finalists of last year. It's not going to be one-way traffic, man. Pardon me. Gyökeres might be stepping into the role now. Eze did his bit, involved in the first goal. Only one dodgy moment where he gave the ball away under pressure. We're all expecting him to be the main guy like that, like at Palace, but the settings are so different. Facts. And to be fair, when you haven't really been in the groove of things, it is difficult, but just put yourself around Eze, man. I do think Arteta's rubbed you out a bit for no reason, but yeah, man. Is that 9 for the Gyökeres now? A little birdie told me only Hugo Ekitike has scored more goals than him. Where's all this? Oh, we should have got Walkmaid, and I'll tell you what, we should have got Walkmaid, and this one and that one, and João Pedro, this shuts out. You mean a security guard that wears that wears boot cuts, that's a bulldozer, that could probably be a labourer on a building site, is scoring more goals than you lot. You think, this is why I love it, because we're going to set piece our way. Stinky. We're doing, I love how it pisses people off, but we've got a bulldozer up front, we've got Bandulu strikers, we've got a left back playing right wing based on what they say, we've got Martinelli who ain't got no decision making, when we make sure we don't win stuff. How much nasty agendas I've got. Mascara generational. Timber's prayers are working, and so are El Nene's. Alhamdulillah. We're outside. San Siro completed, lad. San Siro, Inter Milan, Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid. Come get your shit back, man. I just wish we was doing this when it kind of matters in the knockout stages, but hey, man, you're moving mad. Big up you, though, man. Big up the chairs. Big up the chair, man. Arsenal fans need to stay humble. Back to the office, fellas. Prem needs to be better performances. Facts. He is a versatile youth. He is a versatile youth. He is. He can do a job. Like, I just don't want to see it. You can never slander Timber because there's certain things with Arsenal fans. Yeah, I understand auditing performances and that, but like, fam, Eze had a chance to stake his claim, but Odegaard will get the nod on Sunday. I think even if Eze scored 1 million goals in that game, it's still going to be Odegaard on Sunday, man. But I do think I need Odegaard. I need something. Like I'm not asking you to win every duel because I know you're not the guy for that. But are you really every shoulder barge? You really losing it? I for you don't know the vocab is not the best, but I'm not gonna call you a coward or say you're hiding. I need courage though. I need that from Gyökeres. I saw courage. Chelsea, I saw courage because like I think I give Gyökeres his fair dues and get onto him where I think he does. Looking at the controllables, the one thing I'd say that shocked me, Gyökeres, is that generally throughout your time here, and I get it, adapting, all that kind of jazz, but the lack of speed of thought with certain actions. And I won't say you've lost your hunger because I get it. You might be feeling sorry for yourself, but I haven't seen hunger to want to score. I've seen it in moments. I know there's a beast to come out. And Odegaard, Gyökeres, and everyone else, I need that. Eze looks unimpressed for some reason. I think the relationship with the manager is going. So he looked pissed off when he came off. Doesn't the FA say no to the Lakes matches? I don't know. What's the Lakes matches? I want Calafiori back at left back and White feeding Gyökeres. They both feed him more than our wing. I'm trying to see Calafiori and Timber. Hello, Deluded. Do you think Havertz has a future at Arsenal? Yeah, Arteta likes him, man. Man said sell dreams and Kai number one. Bro, Kai Havertz is a Champions League winning striker. Well, versatile player. He played up front and scored Chelsea their winning goal. Is that correct? Now, we can have conversations about the system and Mikel Arteta and Kai if he's a striker, but would it be fair to say that Kai, of the last 3 years, pulled his weight a lot more than every other striker that we've had or someone that can play up there? It would. When you look beyond Bukayo Saka, Kai Havertz statistically has put more the goals in. Would it be fair to say that we all probably assumed if Kai never had some injuries in pre-season, Gyökeres probably would have been bedded in a bit slower? And then we saw the injury. So there's evidently a hierarchy in it. Kai Havertz and then Gyökeres. So my second choice striker, maybe even third, because you were saying, oh, yo, it's a Jesus thing. People are catting for Kai Havertz. My third choice striker is doing all right. He weren't signed for 100 million. Gyökeres, I need something. You need better call. Forget better call Saul. Better call DG because I'm starting to believe this as well. It was a boss win. We managed them. Eze was dead. Some of you have been harsh, innit? Eze, see, stunk tonight is crazy, man. Bring on United. When Gyökeres hits the ball, it stays hit. Doesn't matter if the keeper gets fingers to it. Probably take a bit of power out the shot, innit, man? As we all celebrated Gyökeres' goal. And I'm with you, social joins. I do think Alvarez wants to stay in Spain and probably goes there. Man said Vlahovic on the free. I big up UV as well because, and I want to know you lot's thoughts. He was saying I should do blogs and stuff. I was thinking, man, it's not dumb. People barely care what DG has to say, let alone writing stuff. Fair enough. Vlahovic, maybe when, in 2022, but come on, man, imagine that we'll all lose our heads. Just the way that Vlahovic plays football, him, Gyökeres, Marino, Havertz, I ain't trying to see that, man. And he's probably going to be on decent wages. Come on, Man United. You don't love bumping yourself. You and Chelsea, do that. Fat signing on fee. Henry was right. Alvarez would bang at Arsenal. Fair enough, it's Henry and I'm little old DG, but I think sometimes you lot actually don't listen to things I say. I believe that with Wanyeri as well. Like, you lot have heard me say it has to be the right loan. I don't just want him to go on loan. Ideally, it would have been the Prem, but I don't just want him to go on loan for no reason. If it's a Bournemouth thing and maybe even a Palace, even though they're in a difficult moment, it makes sense. I've sat here and I've said the French league. People People watch the French league, but the one thing they don't talk about is how physical it is. That's why, again, I'm probably making this up, and I ain't really got no evidence to back up these claims, yeah. But I do think if you was to weigh up, like the Premier League's over here, yeah, and let's just assume for argument's sake, if you're an English club, you can't buy English-based players in it, players that are playing in the Premier League also. And we look at the Italian league, the French league, the German league. I'm missing one out of the traditional top five, but you get where I'm going, yeah. I do think there's a correlation with either French internationals or people that have played in France coming and playing in Premier League teams because of that physical aspect, if that makes sense. And I was saying, if you can't send Wanyeri on loan in England, I think that's the perfect place. And I mentioned Marseille. You're going to play with De Zerbi, which is an overthinker like Arteta. You're going to play different roles. Marseille is a serious club. You fuck about, their fans are onto you. So there's that element of expectation. Obviously, it's very different, but Saliba went there. He's obviously got a Aubameyang over them sides there as well. You're going to get game time. I don't know statistically if Marseille can actually go through, but yeah, you get where I'm going. And also, you lot don't listen, because I said when he signed that new deal, I said, I bet you any money it's a trial thing right now. Let's like see how much football you can get, if you can get football from now till Jan. And it has to be the right loan, because it felt like Arsenal want to keep him as a body and whatnot. Bearing in mind, he played in the 21s where our 21, the whole academy needs to be revamped. Got drummed 7-0. He's a body, but that's going to kill him. So if you can get the right loan like De Zerbi and you've seen what he's done, go over there and do that, man. Go over there and do that. Odegaard needs a big performance on Sunday. He does, but the whole team does, man. Because if Odegaard stinks, there's 10 other players out there. Odegaard being captain ain't stopping Rice and Gabriel from being vocal. Tell, would you get it? But this is what, and it's not that people are wrong, but this is the buzzwords and the echo chamber stuff. I think is that like with some Arsenal fans, especially on social media, it's not necessarily wrong. It sounds great. People will agree. But when you break it down, the players that we have right now, it is what it is. The guy is and we're the captain. Odegaard is the captain, bro. He's the captain, because if they might lie, but if I could speak to anyone in that Arsenal team, like off the record, and ask them, yo, is it like, I hear it, he's not the most vocal, even though he talks a lot more than people give him credit. Is he really like captain material? We hear dressing room and all that kind of stuff. If they do, and they're not doing the diplomatic answer, if they tell me, yeah, you know what, he's 30, what can I tell anybody? Like, what can I tell anybody? I personally think you're the captain because Arteta thinks you're one of the different kind of leader, but you're a leader on the pitch. I do think you're the poster boy with this new age Arsenal. You know, you look the part, you know the history and all of those kind of things. But look at what we're talking about. Really? We just beat Inter Milan. Really? Really? You know Odegaard ain't getting benched, bro. And if Odegaard's getting benched, you know Eze is not playing, bro. You know it's the Marino thing. When Eze came off, what did you see? Marino went in at 10, no? We managed them. First half was equal. Second half, we bossed them. I agree, DG, but I think Teta didn't want Eze or Gyökeres. I think he did it, but reluctantly. But then, bro, either way, with one, we don't know that. And two, bro, they're here now, innit? They're here now. And collectively, they're probably on big wages. Make it happen, bro. Because because you're not always going to get what you want. Yeah, Arsenal's a unique situation, but you're not always going to get what you want. When you started at Arsenal, you had to work a trick with couple players. Like, there was a point I thought, oh, maybe Ainsley has a long-term future here. Maybe Pepe's even got one. You know, we all know you wanted David Raya first. You got Ramsdale. Obviously, when there was an opportunity to change things, you change things. You've not always got what you wanted. There was rumors. I remember I don't know why I remember this, but we did a watch along. We did a live stream, and we was reading, and this is years ago, and we was reading an article at The Athletic, like Ornstein and that. They said the club wanted Conde, the Conde brother that's at Barcelona. They didn't necessarily, Ben White weren't necessarily first choice. Got fucking tune out of Benjamin, didn't you? So what's man talking about? Obviously, it's different, but you didn't buy Saliba, but you patterned the development to make it work. I don't know if you wanted Mascara. And praise the Lord for Berta coming in, because we was linked with, before all this, obviously he's ended up at City, but we was linked with Gurley. We was linked with Howson for 50 million. Maybe in the summer, he wanted to go Barca, but Gaffer, if this is Burton now, we ain't got bread for that. Or if you want to spend 50 million on this, we can't really do that. We'll never know, innit? You've made it happen. You've made it happen, bro. I liked Ozil, but out of possession, we were a man down with him in the team. Some people forget that. 100%. But people used to say, pardon my language, Ozil pussy is a soft touch, bro. We've seen him run games, bro. I know you're not him. I've seen Santi run games, bro. I've seen creative play at Cesc Fabregas. I've seen them do this at my club. I'm not saying you could do it like them, but I'm never going to ask anything more of a player than I think they believe they've got. I'm not asking Odegaard to shout and do stuff he's not. But nobody can tell me there can't be a bit more courage on the ball. He can't be a bit more demanding. You can't provide more of a goal threat. So yeah, man, enjoying it. We're locked in. If we beat United, them last two draws won't seem that bad. City will beat Wolves. We must win. So win your games, man. I'm not excited with. I'll take any gap, of course, but I'm not getting excited or reading too much stock in any points gap. For me, it's not relevant until I'll concede early March. But for me, late March, April-ish, if anything. And again, I don't think you lot listen. It's not that you don't know this, but we're gonna drop points. City gonna drop points. Whoever's in the title challenge, don't let Villa and City run away. I mean, Villa and Chelsea run away because Chelsea fans volunteered themselves into this conversation. Haters were gassing up Aston Villa. We're going to drop points, but I do feel every time we've had an opportunity to kind of move out in front, we've shut the bed a bit, man. Saka was boss, kept them busy, and had chances to score. Saka hasn't been getting goals lately, but still working on. That's true, but then you can't be critical of Eze to how you are, my boy. And this is why I love opinions, but you can't be. You're kind of drawing out Eze and making excuses for Saka. I get it. I'm the same, but you can't tell me Eze was dead food and talk to me about Saka working hard. Like everybody should be working. I get it, but also have to question my own logic. You should be working hard, playing into Milan, playing in Champions League, playing for Arsenal Football Club, earning a lot of P's. You know, this is you lot's job as well. That's why people don't really say it about us anymore. But when people say, "Oh, the players don't care," really, and that's like all clubs, bro. Don't get twisted. Sometimes you watch football teams and it does look like players are down in tools and things of that ilk, but you get where I'm going with it, man. If we win the league or even the UCL, football world gonna be shocked and vexed, and I need it. The set piece thing is overblown, pushed by football purists, and you know what's so dumb? One, it's a bit of football. It's a part of football. People just had a problem with us doing it. It's a part of football, and also I can't even tell you them, but we all watch like games on TV and everything. Everyone knows Arsenal statistics, set pieces. Half of these fan bases that waffle, they're not too far behind us. But this is why I don't care about external validation or what they have to say. Don't get twisted. There are people not connected to us, the football club, who say, I might not necessarily agree with them, but there's little nuggets of knowledge. We all know we live in a day and age of attention. There's a fetish for attention, like attention for attention's sake and rage bait and talking out of context and all of these things. We're an endangered. If you're here right now, I'm watching on the replay. Smash the like button. We're an endangered species. Like you can have a laugh and a joke, be a bit disingenuous, but I feel there's a lack of actually talking about ball. But it is it is, man. And I wouldn't even say that's football purist because I'm a football purist. I want to pass you to death. I want to do the Wenger ball stuff. But then if you're a football purist, you might not like it, you might not want to see it in your team, but you could admire a team that's perfected set pieces year in, year out. I always knew Gyökeres was a hungry beast. I think there's more to come, man. Man, where were you? Would have been fun with your watch along. I was on TalkSport, but I'm here, man. Big up Barella. Barella 7X. You were better. You played better. Congratulations, Gunners. I must admit, I was expecting a bit more from Inter. Hey, Inter are a good side, and they're not going anywhere. I was expecting a bit more. Obviously, I'm happy. So yeah, man. We're running King Kai prop again. I see you, DG. Bro, if you're part of this squad, you're here, innit? And just my opinion, if you're not Timber, if you're not Saliba, if you're not Gabriel, if you're not Rice, Saka, kind of see you as a bit interchangeable, if I'm honest. He did stink, didn't contribute. I love Eze, but he needs more. I hear it, but I think you're a bit vexed because you want more from Eze, man. I wouldn't say he stunk, though. Since Havertz come back, Gyökeres changed. As you should, bro. Eze can get as angry as he likes. He's been a passenger too many times recently. I hear that, but then you can't draw out Eze and then say Odegaard ain't been one. Where Odegaard's lucky is you understand the system. You're the captain. The gaffer loves you. And I don't want to do this you're the captain thing because the captain's armband don't mean you should play all the time. If I'm honest. Eze knew he was coming in to compete with Odegaard, but bar the North London derby hat-trick, a few other games hasn't done it. This game won't convince Arteta to drop Odegaard. Exactly. We had to put them Vlahovic links to rest. Hey, bro, if we got Vlahovic, it would have been dark, man. Now we're not running Vlahovic at the theatre. You guys are the better prospect, consistent UCL, and that competing on all fronts. Why would he choose United? Because you can get the bag. Hey, man. Hey, I better see you on Sunday, you know. I better see you. That's all I'm asking. Because when my team moved to your team, we're gonna. Do you know what, United fans? Take that as a precursor. Because you know we're not even gonna play well against Man United. They're just gonna be two corners. It's not even gonna be the usual suspects. Trossard and Timber. Either just put my 3 points in the bag, man. Put my 3 points in the bag. We need an early goal on Sunday. I can't lie, man. Carrick is a good coach. He's beat us before, but even going alone is good. The lad needs game time. Gyökeres nearly Champions League space, PMP translates better. Never lost faith in Glock's UCL ability. Just need more from his teammates and him in the Prem. And that's what we're saying about us collectively. Odegaard was the first one who trusted this project. I remember that stream. Ben White went into prime form. Exactly. Big up yourself because you was here, man. Eze has to make Arteta see him as a favourite. United fans being saying they're slapping us at our gaff, not saying this now. No, let them talk, man. Let them talk. DG, when I think captain, I think Steven Gerrard and Patrick Vieira. I hear that. But then you look in them, well, Liverpool fans would have to talk about that. But then look at who Patrick Vieira was playing with in the early stages of his time and now. And that big up Patrick. But you look at that Invincibles, you can't tell me who their captain is. You look around, you can't tell me who their captain is. We know who their captain is, but everyone's leading in their own way. Bergkamp, big personality. Henri, big personality. Sol Campbell, big personality. Jens Lehmann, big personality. Lauren, ready to tear off heads, big personalities. Moral of the story, everybody leading their own way in it. Shit for me, anyways, man. Bless DG. Bless you, James, too. Saka was playing for Inter Milan tonight. You lot are this is where I think you lot are disingenuous. You lot are carrying, and I'm not saying he was perfect, but you lot carry your thoughts around certain players with the moment they're in now and start bringing it into an isolated 90 minutes for this game. I don't think it's relevant. I don't think it's true. But I welcome all opinions. The beautiful thing is no one's right, no one's wrong. Just pray everyone stays fit because selection is a good headache to have, honestly. Trossard over Nelly Sunday immediately, but a part of me thinks you can't read too much into it because there's other factors potentially, but just as a fan, I saw Trossard start today, Martinelli on the bench. Not that he covered himself in any glory when he started against Nottingham Forest, where I don't know if Arteta's telling the truth or telling a little white lies. People allow it about injuries. It does lead me to believe Martinelli is playing against United, which might not necessarily be a bad thing. You know, Martinelli run them ragged and probably run us ragged with your decision making. The cute and clever players come on in the final moments. If it's up to me, I know there's probably one spot I'm not decided on, if I'm brutally honest. There's one spot I'm not decided on, man. There's one. Too slyly, because I do want to see Calafiori and Hincapié. It feels like there's been a bit of radio silence there. I wouldn't be against Timber at left back just because, like, Ahmad's a good player, in it. Like, Timber's one of our best 1v1 defenders. Try lock him down. Benjamin White, you're a good player as well. For me, obviously, looking ahead to Sunday, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Calafiori. Part of me, I'll always fight for Miles Lewis-Skelly. I think if there's anything around Hincapié and Calafiori, you're going to see Timber left back and probably Benjamin White. But if it was up to me and all these things weren't factors, Raya, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Calafiori, Rice, Zubamendi, Bukayo Saka, Trossard. Ooh. I am at the point, admittedly, people. I would put Eze in ahead of Odegaard, but last chance Odegaard, system and all of them kind of excuses. I'll give you the nod. I'll give the captain the nod. If I don't see what I need to see, you're going to play against Karat because Eze, it's your time to take an opportunity for that. He might even do foolishness like play Marino. Up front, I'm not decided. Kai's not going to start. Do you start Gabriel Jesus because of the brace? A couple days rest and whatnot. Do you start Gyökeres? They both have their pros and cons, if I'm honest with you. I haven't really been impressed with Jesus' sub-appearances, if that makes sense. So, yeah, man, good talking points from you lot, man. Big up you lot. Saka had a good game at Forest, had a header saved. I won't believe until they hold the title on fireworks golf. I hear it, and that's where we're at now. Rotated the squad and won at San Siro. Hopefully, Arteta keeps rotating, keeping the squad fresh and hungry. By the way, City hasn't won a game in 2026. You wouldn't know that because... Is that true? Working hard is definitely the minimum. If Madueke had GA in the PL, he'd be more of a shout than he currently is. But Saka got Starboy currency. He's just more effective, man. So, yeah, man. City 1 versus Newcastle. Slap the likes if you haven't. Not interested in what people say about set pieces. Man United still hold the record for most set pieces scored in the PL season. And who cares, bro? Like, who cares? What I would say to them is, provided we get over the line, when we're all in the parade, make sure you're booking your flights if you don't live in England and you're getting the days off if you do. When we're all at the parade, if you don't drink, we got apple juices. But if you drink and we're licked off our heads, we will. Anybody that has something to say about our set pieces, when we're all dancing our lives away, call us in N5. We will listen to you about set pieces then, innit? Like, yeah, I hear that. Did you win the league, though? Did you win the league? Did you win the league? Shut up. Go away, man. If you like data in visual form, I got the perfect website for you. Revolutionary Pot, release that. Eze needs to raise his level. Unks is slightly not happy with Eze. Slightly. He does, though, generally, because as much as I love Eze, a couple of Crystal Palace fans were saying he's a bit of a moments, man. Like, it's patches, it's moments. I love him. And sometimes some of the moments might bang for us. Like, City comes to mind where he assisted Martinelli buying the same. And there's probably been others, but I still think I probably was the happiest as an Arsenal fan this season, Newcastle away, man. Like, I was really impressed with that, like, collectively. But that would probably be the one I'm like, Eze, from start to finish, I think you was cold still. Like, I need that. Right now, I can give him. I think he was cool today, innit? So I am not really on him like some of you lot, but there's a lot of you saying that, so there's something in it. Generally, I need you to up it. Right now, I'm giving you that luxury of, yeah, you kind of been in the cold, and it's a double-edged sword because you've got, whether you get 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 90 minutes, you do have to take your chances to get in this lineup. Reality is, I believe the left wing is Trossard, rightly or wrongly. Odegaard is number one. I genuinely think Marino is ahead of SA in that kind of pecking order thing at the moment. So yeah, man, he's gonna have to make it happen. Don't worry, DJ, I'll be there. And trust me, if I get my revenge at the Emirates, long day, long day. Yeah, Timber left back. I just want to see defending, man. He's too right-footed. I think MLS may start on Sunday. But then we have to go back to, not go back, but I'd like to see us build out from the left how we did last year, man, because that's you're putting the conditions for Lewis Kelly. How about 3 at the back and Rice right back versus United? Allow me, man. It wouldn't surprise me if Odegaard doesn't play Sunday. We see a midfield of Rice, Zubamendi, and Marino. I just said that. Yeah, it won't, bro. We've been here, innit? We've been here, innit? Oh, hey, data mob. I use that to get some of the data when I do the tactical videos for you lot. Honestly, I might want another playmaker type midfielder in the summer. I know he plays left wing, but like them playmakers, it's like the Morgan Rogers and the Gibbs White and all of them kind of ones are the guys at the moment, really. Like, them organic playmakers are gone. I don't think we're going to sign another playmaker, if I'm honest. Run me MLS Sunday, Ahmad and Buemo's cooking, man. Brother, man. My brother is a Palace fan. He told me if I'm expecting a player that balls out every game, I'll be disappointed. Is he? So all of us have seen this, innit? Let rival fans talk. We're not obliged to entertain rivals. We'll entertain them when we win this damn thing. Start Jesus. Let Gyökeres build his confidence off the bench again. Fair play. Should we see what the gaffer said in his press conference? Or no? Let's see, man. Let's see. Every word from Arteta's post-Inter Milan presser. On tonight's win, we're very proud, not only for tonight's game, but what we've done in the competition so far in 7 matches. With 1 game to go, to be already in the position that we want to be is a massive prize to the team. Prize silverware. Because we know how difficult it is. And then today it was a test. It's not a prize because we earned it, man. Probably we didn't have the necessity in terms of points, but we really had the hunger and desire to come to a place like this against a top side and prove what we are and what we can do. And I'm really pleased with what I've seen. Even if I was to micromanage it, I was impressed with literally the start. First 5-10 minutes. Like, I weren't even vexed when we conceded. Obviously, we could do a bit better, but I liked how we started. On Gabriel Jesus, this is great. We've been missing Gabby a lot. I think it's going to raise his confidence level and the teams because we have now different profiles in that position like we have with wingers. And the fact that those players are playing at that level, Victor comes in and has a great impact as well in the game. It's only making us better. That's what we're seeking. On the way, our strikers contributed. I mean, Jesus' general play was great. Nice to see him in the right areas to get the goals. And obviously, Gyökeres was a super sub today, innit? And yeah. If I had to write it, probably that would be it. I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy as well with most of the individual performances. But when DG says it, no one takes it in. I think we're incredible. You don't win in the San Siro in the manner that we've done. Mascara is supposed to be another 2 weeks before coming back. But the medical staff and sports scientists, they've done incredibly well with him to work every single hour to give him the chance to play. Today, he had to play against top strikers. I think he's done an incredible job on how our forwards can help each other while fit. And even that, like, obviously it don't mean anything. But at halftime, Gyökeres is like to Gabriel Jesus, like he's G'ing him up a bit. I like that. A lot because we played the 4th consecutive game away from home in 4 different competitions in 12 days. I think it was so. So it's crazy in the manner we've done it. We've been able to do that because we rotated, because players feel important. Players are fit to play when it's needed. Miles had to play 95 minutes and he does it. And he does it really well. I was surprised Saka never got subbed as well, if I'm honest with you. Not even in terms of performance, but saving legs. But he did come off the bench against Forest. I don't know, man. That's the only way to sustain the level, the demands, and the objectives that we want. And if we can win something this season, we'll see. It's too early, but the aim is to get to May with the possibility of winning. And every day we have to make an effort to have the energy that we played today, to have this ambition. And if that's the case, maybe we'll take it. On what our 100% record shows, it shows greatness, but it's very different to do it in the next stage. First of all, the ambition and the conviction that we have, and we compete against any team. Then you have to do it on the day. In order to do that, a lot of things have to go your way. You have to put a lot of things on the table to make it happen. I love the attitude of the team to come to the stadium in that atmosphere against the opponent that we have, because they are really good and they make it hard for you because they stretch you so much. In two passes, you're open. But we played with a lot of intelligence and we managed the game. We've done it. In the Champions League, it's a very important thing. The starters made an impact, the subs made an impact, and all the ingredients that you need at the end of the game if you want to have the option to win here. On how Inter played against us. Last night, I didn't sleep well because I had the feeling that they're a team that in two passes gives them an opportunity. It happened 2 or 3 times, and losing the ball in certain spaces is very dangerous. Facts. We had 2-on-2. And that's the thing. When I look at Eze, now people lose the ball. Everybody needs to understand that. Everybody loses the ball. This is football. Mistakes happen. It is end to end. But Arteta, because of the way he is, maybe, just maybe, and obviously Odegaard loses the ball against Chelsea. Dumb flick. It happened, innit? There's different heroes and villains every week. But maybe, like, what is Eze's strength in that he will take risks? Obviously, if you're going to take risks, you're going to lose the ball. Odegaard can take risks, but he's more conservative. Beyond the obvious, maybe that's another, rightly or wrongly, plus for Odegaard and a minus against Eze. I don't know, though. I'm just thinking out loud. We had 2-on-2, and every time it was difficult, but we played with a lot of personality. We're also lucky when it was emotional. The team did very well. On Wanyeri potentially leaving, we certainly have to assess the situation. Obviously, Ethan's not playing the minutes that he probably deserves and needs at his age. So we're going to sit down this week, address the situation, get everyone's opinion, and at the end, we'll make the decision that we believe is the best one for the player, because we have a massive talent there and we really need to look after it. And again, you would have seen that story developing this today, actually. 1 minute they were in talks. Apparently, him and someone else, unrelated to Arsenal, but they're due to fly to Marseille on Wednesday. Apparently, he said, yes, go get your first team football. Come back next season on this. We'll reserve you your medal. You have played some minutes. I know it'll be a bit bittersweet, but you get the point. On how dominant we've become over the years. You learn with experience. Every match brings you the opportunity as well to understand your opponent better in the Champions League and what is required. Then there's a level of efficiency when you come to these places that you need. We certainly had that today, apart from the last few chances that we missed at the end. But I think the team was mature, very ambitious, emotionally very controlled as well in different parts of the match, and we have to carry on. On what Alou could do for Wanyeri, we'll see. Let's first of all make the decision, the best one, and we can see what the impact will be. Fair enough. So what? No 7 changes. Italian job complete. What is... Okay. Marino, what? No Gabriel Jesus? Don't worry, when we go live tomorrow, because we're gonna have DJB and Kenny Ken, and I'm gonna need you like 4 p.m. Make sure you're shameless. I'll definitely go live by myself, and we will be watching Marseille versus Liverpool watch along business. I know it's not an Arsenal watch along, but yeah, I'm still here. Bit upset. No Gabriel Jesus or Gyökeres or actually fucking Mascara. I ain't ever heard him speak. Anyways, the best we've got right now is Marino, people. Respectfully, it's amazing. I'm really happy for it. Obviously, really tough place and really tough opponents. I think everyone and you know what? I did love that little bit of shithousery from Marino when he got booked. You know, I think everyone gave their best, and yeah, we keep rolling, buzzing for the fans as well. The supporters are amazing. Every time we go outside, it's amazing. So really happy for it. And again, Zubamendinho was cold today. Again, don't think I'm not seeing those third man runs. Him and Raz, we'll talk, people. Trust me, we'll talk. Probably, obviously, football is not only about results, it's the main thing, but when you can enjoy playing with your teammates, it's just a joy. Probably be a joy. I'm enjoying it every time I'm on the pitch. I think everyone is giving their best and enjoying it as well, and that's the best we can have. So performing and enjoying is the magic recipe. So yeah, very happy. He also praised Marino was on his chatty patty stuff today, Nick. Bare stuff. What has he said? What has he said on Gabriel Jesus? It's amazing to see him. The way he's playing is amazing. After a big injury, after so long without playing football, to come back against an opponent like this and perform not only the goals, but the way he moves. Facts, the way he helped us defensively is outstanding. So props to him. Really happy to see him smile again and looking forward to playing with him and to score more goals. And every time I see Jesus, I just think about how he talks about his daughter and that. I hope, his wife and the daughter sent some cute messages and videos to him. And well, this is what football's about, isn't it, man? So yeah, it's an iconic place. When you come to this kind of stadium, it's always a big game. It's the one you have in the calendar marked. And yeah, we love football for these kind of games. When you play in the best stadiums against the best opponents. So an amazing night for that. Let's keep going. He said, it's the aim, it's the goal to win every game. Now we have an amazing game in front of our fans at home against Manchester Divided, the Peckham Reds. But he never said that. But yeah, we're focusing on winning every game. It doesn't matter which competition, which rival. It's just about making Arsenal fans proud. And yeah, let's go again. Fair enough. What's he said here as he spoke about courage? I'm very happy, super proud of the players. We talked about something special tonight, and it was going to require a very, very complete performance to have the opportunity to win. And collectively, I think we understood their game very well. We had the right emotional control, the right aggression, and then individually, I think we were super good. And we had some big, big individual performances. The level of courage we had to show, the conviction. If you really want to help the team, it has to be there. There are some risks, and you know that Inter have the capacity to open you up very well in the manner that they played. But we knew that we could hurt them as well. But we had to be really consistent. And hey, you lot, some of you are shameless, because some of you lot try, and I am shameless because it's one opportunity. Some of you tried to tell me we should sign Marcus Thuram. Really? Fair enough. Christian was unbelievable. He would have come back 2 weeks later, and the staff and himself have done an incredible job to be earlier in the Champions League at this stage. The first game, it's a big task. I think he's fulfilled that tonight in a great way. Not only the starters, but the finishers as well. They had a massive impact, and he certainly did that tonight. What else has he said? It's very difficult to win 7 in a row, but that shows the consistency, and not only that, the desire of the team to constantly go to the next round and try to improve and be better and win and win and win. That's what we want to do. We're not going to stop. Let's see how far we can get in the competition, but so far, very happy. Let's enjoy tonight, and we have another massive game on Sunday against Manchester United as well, and then we'll look after that one. Fair play. Again, if you've been living under a rock, Marseille are in talks with Arsenal over a Nwaneri loan, people. They're in talks. Discussions about a deal ongoing with a loan fee, one of the aspects of the deal. Nwaneri was not expected to go on loan this season, with the original feeling from both the club and player being that the 18-year-old would benefit by being part of the squad and challenging, obviously, the prospect of learning from De Zerbi, playing in a physical and demanding league, displaying your consistency, getting more first-team football. And from a life point of view, football mirrors society, but he's an 18, 19-year-old lad. I'm sure his family will accompany him out there. The club have a duty, like Arsenal and Marseille will look after him. There's a couple English speakers. You got big bro Aubameyang, but that's like moving out for the first time. You're out in your home, and that's going to help you grow as a person. That should help you grow as a footballer. So it's all a journey type of thing. Eze struggling for minutes. Marino is ahead of Eze, arguably in the pecking order. These are all international experienced players. It's dark, innit? And then I don't know why Nwaneri hasn't got minutes off the right, but Madueke was signed for 50 million. I'm not saying I agree with these things, but there you have it, man. So go do your thing, man. Go shell it down, and we'll see you next season, man. It's as simple as that. So yeah, Romano's also said Nwaneri to Marseille. Here we go. Deal in place on loan until June. June. Okay, fair enough. Marseille to cover salary and loan fee around 4 million euros based on appearances. De Zerbi spoke with Mikel about plans for Nwaneri, suggested Marseille as the best option. No buy clause back in June. Fair enough. And it's nice that he signed the flipping deal, in it, really. So yeah, I think MLS may start Sunday probably. In the summer, we need genuine elite quality. Get in Vinny on the left, sell Havertz, get Alvarez. It sounds great, but yeah, we're not getting no Vinicius. Got to find it. You got more chance trying to find the next one, if I'm honest. You're not wrong, though. You're not wrong. Being a moments guy, such a specific system regimented side will take time. You can't be bringing the Ray to the chess match and expect everything to be smooth sailing every time. See, your gaffer saying that the Inter win is a trophy. We beat Inter Cup, and that's sensational. You never said that. You're shameless. I want us to win the Champions League more than anything else. Same. But I think the players need the Prem, man. Arteta talks a good chat, but the end product, Kof Silver, is lacking. My team won the Champions League last season. The women, my gaffer's won, 6 years, granted 7, and he's won 3 trophies. You think I'm gonna let you talk about my manager? My Arsenal fans, you don't know I'm chatting shit, but yeah. Jesus is an Arsenal king. Hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss streams or uploads. I have a feeling that Kai might play in midfield again. 100%. Honestly speaking, it's sad to see Ethan go out on loan. Genuinely looks like a promising talent, and given your fixture congestion, I can't see why he can't get minutes at Arsenal. Nobody listens to me. I said that the only reason Nwaneri will get minutes is if the manager throws. Obviously, we know the backdrop of needing to win and all that, but he throws a hat on him and say, "Bro, you got 5-10 games." I'm not really gonna. Obviously, we're gonna audit. I'm gonna tell you when you did well. I'm gonna get onto you when you did bad. But if you play well in that first of 10, 5, 10 games, don't get excited. If you play terrible, don't get too down on yourself. But come the end of that 5, 10 game stretch, we're gonna know everything about you. I do think he could have got more starts. More than that, there's been opportunities. 10 minutes here, 5 minutes here, this there. But this is the reality, rightly or wrongly. I want you to go play football. I didn't want you to go on loan for this. I didn't want you to go on loan full stop because I want you to play. But I didn't want you to go on loan for loan's sake because realistically, it's already against you. And I mean that in a good way, in that obviously he's fit, he's playing, but it's very different from being on the peripheral things, coming in the cups. I don't know Marseille's situation, but let's just say they're playing on Tuesday and Saturday. You're gonna have to show that your levels in both those games, and there's gonna be an element of fatigue. And every club's got their own situation. When it's getting, remember, he's a young player. We've never seen extended consistency. We actually haven't seen that many consistent 90-minute performances from Wanyeri. And this ain't a criticism. This is the stage he's at. You can get dropped out of the team because, yeah, you're a lone player, but reality is Marseille are one of the biggest clubs in France. They're trying to do whatever they're trying to do. If you're not cutting the mustard, you might end up on the bench, in which you could argue the minutes you're going to, even if that happened, the minutes you're going to get there are better here. And you'll see how good you are. Marino does captain on occasion, man. Salute. Marseille will be a good learning curve for him. Yeah, he did, as we're seeing here. They've had a few Arsenal players over the years. Deserby is incredibly demanding. There's a lot he could learn, man. There's a lot he could learn. Timber, Bamia, and Greenwood isn't Angel Gomez there too. He should be all right. I don't want you to hang around with Greenwood, but big him up. Big up, as in big up Wanyeri. Should we let Wanyeri go to Marseille right now? They might be playing us in the last round of 60. Let him do that, man. Let him do that, man. Bro, of course I'm shameless. Wait. Are you discriminating? I support all of Arsenal, the men, the little kids, the women. Are you discriminating? What are you saying here specifically? Am I shameless? When the time's right, man. Let's just back the club to the end of the season. Back the club always. But we'll audit. When we do well, I'm going to give you flowers. When you do bad, I'm going to ask questions. And that's what I believe being a football fan is about, people. So, yeah, man. On that note, though, I want to shower, eat, make some TikToks, actually cut up the reaction part of this and go to my bed. And I'll see you lot all tomorrow, people, man. Big up you lot around the world. Big up you lot again. Sorry to not do I'm even forgetting what it's called, a watch along, but we're here in it. Without you lot, the platform's dead. So I appreciate you lot not only watching it now, but no doubt you lot watching it on the rerun, man. Until then, everybody stay safe, stay blessed, look after your family. Appreciate you lot support. We'll link up again soon.